You're very welcome into Around the ICC European Edition with me, Kevin Egan. And on this week's show, Pep versus Jose, a rivalry renewed. We break down their best ever 11s that they've coached and we put them to the test against each other. We've got Champions League previews and predictions and of course, a recap of all the latest from Europe's top leagues. Oh, remember the good old days when the Premier League title race was interesting? Well, wasn't that only like a week or two ago? Yeah, it was. The collapse of both Liverpool and Manchester United has been staggering, coupled with the class of Manchester City, and it means that they've essentially put a bow on the title with 15 games to play. Pep Guardiola renewed his rivalry with Jose Mourinho, but in truth, Spurs were no match for City, and in particular, İlkay Gündoğan, who scored 2 and won a penalty. Go on then, hands up. Who predicted he'd be the winner of the Premier League Player of the Season? Yeah, not one of you. Don't go lying on me. Meanwhile, Jurgen Klopp conceded the title after his Liverpool side self-destructed at Leicester. A brilliant first half. A leading goal thanks to a beautiful Firmino flick and a Salah finish. But then wow, just wow. Alisson, what are you doing? Back-to-back weeks of shocking mistakes. Did not see that coming. But I did always say Manchester United could not be trusted, and they made it back-to-back draws when they couldn't beat Big Sam's West Brom. City are champions elect, but the race is on for the Champions League places. In Spain, we saw wins for all the top four: Atleti, Real Madrid, Barcelona and Sevilla, meaning no changes to the top of the table, but their performances for me would suggest that this title race is not over yet. Atletico Madrid snuck past Granada thanks to a deflected Angel Correa strike. Now, while it was a classic Atleti performance, strong at the back, clinical up front, their squad is thin right now, and I don't think they can afford to continue to sneak by in these games. So what I'm saying is that I think you're about to see Barcelona and Real Madrid close the gap. Barca in particular, with Leo Messi, were scintillating over the weekend. 5 goals against Alaves, 2 for Trincao and 2 for the Magic Man. I'm telling you, the Blaugrana are slowly but surely clicking under Ronald Koeman. As for Real Madrid, I'm not as convinced, as their world-class players are all just that little bit older now. And it was the old men, Benzema and Toni Kroos, that won all 3 for Los Blancos on Sunday against Valencia. My prediction is the title in Spain is far from over. Quick stop in France, where we had a weekend that just felt inevitable. See, it's a 3-horse race in Ligue 1, but over the weekend we saw the pretenders Lyon and Lille offer champions PSG a huge boost. Lyon slipped up, losing 2-1 at home to Montpellier, and then table toppers Lille couldn't find an opening at home against Brest. As for Mauricio Pochettino's PSG, well, they got the better of Nice, 2-1 at home. Julian Draxler and Moise Kean doing the business for a side that will have to do without Neymar for another month. Finally to Italy, where we've got the best title race in Europe, and this past weekend saw Inter leapfrog neighbours Milan at the summit. Firstly, on Saturday, a Lorenzo Insigne penalty was enough to take all 3 points for Napoli against an unlucky Juve side. So could Milan capitalise on that and gain a bit of fortune themselves? No, the answer was no, shockingly losing 2-0 to promotion boys Spezia. It could have been a 10-point lead over Juve, but Milan woefully underperformed in this game, especially with big players back too. Make no mistake about it, a stunning loss against a plucky side. So could Inter then capitalise at home against Lazio? It was an emphatic yes. Lukaku with the brace, Lautaro on target too, Lula at their very best, and now Antonio Conte's side goes top of Serie A. Oh, and guess what? It's Milan versus Inter next Sunday. Bring it on. The latest matchup between Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho over the weekend got me thinking about these two legends. If I put together the best 11 that Pep's coached versus the best 11 that Jose's coached, who do you think would win? So here we go. Here's Pep's team for me. Manuel Neuer of Bayern Munich in goal. The back four of Dani Alves on the right. Carles Puyol, Gerard Piqué, all from Barcelona. And I'm putting Philipp Lahm a little bit out of position on the left-hand side. In midfield three, we've got Xavi pulling the strings with Iniesta and Kevin De Bruyne, the sole Manchester City selection in the midfield three. And up front I go Messi, Lewandowski and Henry. I don't feel good about leaving off guys like Busquets, Arjen Robben or Sergio Aguero. As for Jose Mourinho, I found this selection even harder. In goal, Iker Casillas. At the back, Sergio Ramos, John Terry, Ricardo Carvalho and Marcelo. A midfield three of Claude Makelele, Luka Modric and Kaka. And up front I'm going with Eden Hazard at his very best, Didier Drogba, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo from their time at Real Madrid together. And really, think about this, some gems didn't make it. The likes of Pepe at the back, Wesley Sneijder and Frank Lampard, including Zlatan too here in this list. What do you guys think? Am I being a bit harsh? And also, more importantly, who do you think would win? This week's ICC Memories takes us back to 2017. ICC, a meeting in Houston between Pep Guardiola's Manchester City and Jose Mourinho's Manchester United. Now, I wanted to go back and give Man United fans a little bit of love here. On the night, it was a 2-0 win for the Red Devils, with Lukaku, a recent signing, on target, Marcus Rashford doing the business as well. A 2-0 win for Man United and Jose over Pep City. To the Champions League we go, and Tuesday sees the meeting of Liverpool and RB Leipzig in Budapest. A meeting of Jurgen Klopp and the man many deem the new Klopp, Julian Nagelsmann. His Leipzig side have hit form at the right time, winning their last 4 games, scoring 10 goals in the process, and they'll tackle a side in the midst of a crisis. Jurgen Klopp's side have conceded the title after their latest loss, and the fact is they've only won 2 of their last 10 Premier League games. Leipzig, now they've just sold their main defender Upamecano, but because he doesn't leave for Bayern until July, this one feels like an absolute toss-up. The blockbuster clash on Tuesday sees Barcelona host Paris Saint-Germain, and a chance for the Parisians to get some revenge after the famous La Remontada loss back in 2017. Who could forget when Barca came from 4 down to win the second leg 6-1, with Neymar scoring a brace for the Blaugrana, his old team. He's now a PSG player after a world record transfer fee, but he's injured for this match. PSG are still trying to figure out life under Mauricio Pochettino, and over in Catalonia, Barca are looking really good under Ronald Koeman, with Messi back to his irresistible best. They've won 7 straight league games and will hope to take the lead from leg 1 here at the Camp Nou. On Wednesday, Cristiano Ronaldo heads home to Portugal as Juve will take on Porto. Now here's a good one for you. Porto haven't conceded in their last 467 Champions League minutes. So, can the Portuguese legend CR7 be the one to smash that streak? Pirlo's Juve slipped up against Napoli over the weekend, but they'll be fully focused on this one. The old lady heads back to the competition that she so craves. Juve are yet to win the Champions League this century. Porto have drawn their last 4 games and they'll be hoping to go one better this time against Juventus. Now, how about Europa League champion Sevilla taking on Erling Haaland's Borussia Dortmund? Now, one brilliant team unit with a phenomenal coach, and the other team full of individual stars in the midst of a turbulent time. You're smart enough to know which teams I'm addressing here. Sevilla, they're a well-oiled machine and have won their last 9 straight matches in all competitions. Borussia Dortmund have an interim manager and they have horrible results right now. They're 6th in the league with 1 league win in their past 6 matches. But they do have Erling Haaland, who leads the Champions League in scoring with 6 goals from only 4 games. In the Europa League, Real Sociedad take on Manchester United, a first leg that will be played at Juventus Stadium in Turin. It's 5th place in La Liga versus 2nd place in the Premier League, and to be honest, with the form we're seeing from both in this, I see it as a toss-up. Alexander Isak is a sensational talent, and the Swede is in the form of his life right now with 6 goals in his last 5 La Liga games. Imanol Alguacil has built a really impressive La Real side. One of the biggest questions for me is which Manchester United will show up. The Red Devils can be incredibly inconsistent, frustrating, but on their day, Bruno Fernandes and co can be irresistible. Arsenal, a team from England, will play Benfica, a team from Portugal. The first leg will be played in Rome, Italy, the second in Athens, Greece. Are you still with me? Does that make sense? This is another really difficult tie to call. Benfica aren't exactly firing right now, currently 4th in the Portuguese Primeira, but they have seen 18 goals scored from their 3 strikers, and keep an eye on former Gremio winger Everton. Jorge Jesus happens to be their manager. He's a legend at Benfica, having won 3 league titles during his first stint in charge, and he recently, last season, led Flamengo to the Copa Libertadores title. Arsenal's manager isn't nearly as experienced, but they do have one of the game's true gems when he's in form, and that is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who had a hat-trick against Leeds over the weekend. So keep an eye on him, Benfica. This one promises to be a cracker. Alright guys, Champions League predictions. Here we go. Leipzig 3, Liverpool 2. I say Liverpool's form continues in poor fashion, but they do get 2 away goals against Julian Nagelsmann's side. Barcelona 3, PSG 1. Barcelona with the dagger on home soil against PSG. Messi and the Blaugrana have been in sensational form of late. Porto 0, Juventus 3. Juve have slipped up recently against Napoli, and I think they're going to be hungry and angry as they head to Portugal. Ronaldo on home soil will do the business. And finally, I think Sevilla will edge Borussia Dortmund by 2-1. Guys, I love you, but I gotta go. That's all I have time for this week's Around the ICC European edition. As always, check out internationalchampionscup.com for more great content and information on European football. I'm Kevin Egan. Take care. We'll see you next time.